Hey everyone, Michael here, and this is championship race number 10. This one's been a long time coming. We've got a lot of things going on lately. I've got Jaden here to help me out. How's it going, Jaden?
Hey.
Ready for another championship race?
Yeah.
All right, it's been a while since we've had one. So we're gonna race 75 cars. A lot of these cars are older cars. They're pretty bulky. Metal on metal, quite a few of them. We're running them down our track. This is 41 feet. So this is a half mile on the 164 scale. We're going to see if one of these 75 has got what it takes to beat our current champ. So here's our champ. Side splitter funny car, one fast car. We've got the driver there celebrating with his crew. We're also going to be running our medium speed run cam. Since a lot of these cars are metal on metal, we're going to try the faster run cam. All right, so some of you picked a car. We'll see if any of you guys picked the right one. If you did, we're going to send 5 cars out to you, so good luck everybody. All right, let's get to it. Here's our first group of championship race number 10. First up is Driven to the Max. Then we've got a Solaire CX4. This one's labeled Gold Medal Speed. We'll see if he lives up to the hype. Here in the middle is a Chevy Stalker. It's a heavy metal on metal car. Then we've got a Panos LMP1 Roadster. And finally a 1993 Camaro. First group is lined up and ready to race. That Solaire looks to be pretty fast. It's got some great wheels on him. The Chevy Stalker in the middle is definitely the heaviest of this group. Let's see who takes it. Well, that probably wasn't too surprising to many of you. The Solaire is quick. Went out by about 4 or 5 car lengths. All right, he's moving on to the next round. Here's group number 2. First up is the Corvette Stingray number 3. And we've got the limousine. Here in the middle is the 40s Woody. And we've got the Ram truck. And finally, the Dodge Caravan. Group number 2 is a great group. The Dodge Caravan on the far right has some awesome wheels. The Ram truck, even though it's got 6 wheels, they look pretty good too. The 40s Woody in the center, its wheels are really bad. All right, let's see who takes it. The Dodge Caravan easily took that race. We pulled him out of the package, took a look at his wheels. They are really nice. This guy's moving on. He's a competitor. Here's group number 3. Vector AV Tech WX3 is up first, then Corvette Stingray from the Gleam Team Edition. Flash Fires here in the middle. Then we've got an Olds 442 W30 and a 59 Cadillac. Group number 3 is lined up and ready to race. Got a bunch of sports cars here. That Corvette does not have very good wheels and it's really light, but the Vector next door on the left, purple car, it's got some great wheels. Let's see how they do. Flashfire took it. Yeah, this car was pretty quick, beating out the Vector by about half a car length. He's moving on to the next round. This is group number 4. First up is the Talbot Lago. They've got a Turbo Streak. They've got the Gleamer Patrol from the Gleam team. That's our second car like that. Then we've got the Ford Stake Bed Truck. And finally the 57 Chevy. We're lined up and ready to go. Talbot Lago over on the left. Pretty heavy car, almost 50 grams. Much heavier than the rest of these cars, so let's see how he does. Well, the Talbot Lago took that one. This is a really nice car, pretty heavy, great design on him. Yeah, he was racing down and that run cam had a bad run. Almost tipped over on top of him. Ought to make for a good video. Right, this guy's moving on to the next round. Here's group number 5. Troop Convoy is first, then the Chrysler Thunderbolt. Twin Mill 2's here in the middle. Then we got a Dodge Viper. Then we've got a 32 Ford Delivery. Got some fast sports cars in this group, and then we got a couple of trucks. This Troop Convoy over on the left is a pretty nice looking truck, but probably not too fast. Let's see how he does. Well, I have to admit, I thought Troop Convoy was going to be slower than he was, but he won out. Won by about a length. So he's moving on to the next round. Usually the vehicles with more wheels aren't quite as fast, but this guy proved that he is quick. Moving on to the semifinals. We've raced 5 groups of 5 cars, so 25 so far. Here they are lined up. There's some quick ones here, metal on metal, including this ramp truck. But he didn't win out, he lost. Troop Convoy, Talbot Lago, Split Fire, Dodge Caravan, and the Soul Air. Those are our winners of our first 25 cars. This is our 6th group, championship race number 10. First up is T-Bucket. They've got a really fast casting here, the school bus. Here in the middle is the classic Caddy. Then we've got the Shadow Jet 2. And finally, we've got a custom 69 Chevy. They're lined up and ready to race. Unfortunately, the school bus doesn't have good wheels on them. We've had some really fast school buses in the past. T-Bucket looks to be pretty good, but that red Chevy truck has great wheels. Let's see how this goes. This red custom 69 Chevy has great wheels on him. Took that race pretty easily. He's moving on to the next round. This is group number 7. First up, it's one of the favorites, Way Too Fast. We got the Pontiac Rageous. Here in the middle is the 65 Mustang convertible. We've got 2 cars from the Hot Wheels race series, the 1993 Camaro, and then the 3-window 34. Yeah, we've got some bad news for this Way Too Fast. These guys are usually extremely quick. Wheels on this guy. It's got decent front wheels, but that back wheel is just bound up. Doesn't matter what we do, it just doesn't turn. Alright, this guy's probably not going to make it to the end of the track. Yeah, it's too bad about this Way Too Fast. Usually an extremely fast casting. You can see that front right tire isn't even touching the track. Yeah, the back tires, looks like the axle's not even in the right spot. So I might have to open that up in the future and see if I can fix it. But because of that, one of these other 4 cars has a really good shot of winning. Let's see who takes it. This is a really nice looking car. The 3-window 34 took it. This is from the Hot Wheels race series. Alright, he's moving on to the next round. Here's group 8. We've got our second Flash Fire. We've got Second Wind, Silhouette 2, and we've got a really fast model here, the Fire Eater. And we've got this McDonald's Hot Wheels Flame Rider vehicle. We'll pull it out so you can take a look at it. Yeah, on the back of the Happy Meals Hot Wheels car, you got a $2 coupon, so it saved $2 instantly off any Hot Wheels double barrel stunt set. Only problem, it expired on June 30th, 1995. I wanted to give you a shot of this Happy Meal Hot Wheels car. This is the Flame Rider. Pretty nice looking car. It's got the arches on the side of it. We'll see how fast he is. They're lined up and ready to race. The Fire Eater is a known track ace. Let's see how he does in this race. Well, the Fire Eater took that race, but not by very much. We'll have to see how he does in the semifinals. Here's our next group. First up is a blown Camaro. Then we got a Camaro Z28. In the middle is a 57 T-Bird. This is another one of the Gleam Team editions. Here on the end we got the 59 Cadillac and the Oshkosh snowplow. And that is one heavy truck. We'll see how he does. We're lined up and ready to go. That Oshkosh plow over on the right is 87 grams. That thing is heavy. It's also sticking over the front of the start line. I don't think he'll win, so it probably won't matter. This blown Camaro on the far left, the yellow car, has some great wheels. He's also metal on metal. Let's see how he does. Well, I'm impressed with this yellow blown Camaro. Yeah, this thing has a great set of wheels. It's metal on metal. It's even got a picture of Loch Ness Monster on the front of it since it's from the Beast series. Alright, he's moving on to the next round. I think he's going to do really well. This is our 10th group. First up is the Ford Focus. Then we got the Porsche 930. Here in the middle is the Fat Fendered 40. Then we got a Ford Escort, and then a VW Bug. We'll line them up. We've got 2 Fords, and we've got 2 German cars, and then we got the Fat Fendered 40 in the middle. Let's see who takes this one. Well, as Jaden stated, the Fat Fendered 40 won by a ridiculous margin. Yeah, these guys are just bricks. We raced them in the past, and they do really well. So we've got one moving on to the semifinals. We've now raced 50 cars. Got them all lined up here. Actually, we raced some trucks, including that snowplow up there. Thing's heavy, but not very fast. Disappointed in this way too fast with the bound up wheels. Hey, there's some nice cars here that we've raced. These are all pretty old cars. A lot of them are metal on metal. Here's our semi-finalists. Got the Fat Fendered 40, the blown Camaro, Fire Eater, the 3-window 32, and the custom 69 Chevy. Alright, we'll get another 5 of them in our next video. Here's group number 11. We've got Kenworth Big Rig. Then we got the No Fear race car. We got a Diora. And then we got the Pro Stock Firebird. And finally the London Taxi. We've got some really nice cars in this group. That London Taxi, both doors open on the sides. It's really cool. I'll have to give you a shot of that. This No Fear Formula One looks pretty nice. But the Kenworth is so heavy, that thing's a brick. Alright, let's see how they do. The Kenworth Big Rig took that race. This thing has a lot of metal. It has a plastic bottom, but there's just so much metal on the top that it makes it heavy. And it sure flies. Throws its weight around in the finish line too. So he's moving on to the next round. I wanted to give you a shot of this London Taxi. This is just one awesome model. It's a metal on metal, and it's pretty awesome that they have one door that opens, but then they went as far as adding both. So this is just really cool. You can see the detail they put into this guy. So he's going up on the shelf. This is too nice to hide in a box somewhere, so we're going to display him. All right, we had the London Taxi in the last race, and now we've got the London Bus going up next to the school bus. The school bus casting is usually pretty quick, so let's see how this guy does. Then we've got a 2-for-1 deal. There's a Shark Cruiser on the bottom and a Turbo on the top. And over here on the far right is an Auburn A52. This guy was purchased when Walmart sold cars for 77 cents. Let's see how they do. We've got an interesting group here. We've got two buses running against each other. And we've got two animals, a snake and a shark. And we've got a classic car on the right. Let's see who takes it. Well, the school bus won the battle of the buses. Yeah, this school bus casting is usually pretty quick, and this guy has good wheels on it, unlike the previous bus we raced. But also, that London bus came in second. He's so tall and skinny, I'm amazed he made it as far as he did, but he finally wrecked right before the finish line. So that made for a pretty good slow-mo video. Alright, school bus is moving on to the next round. This is group number 13. First up is the Mercedes-Benz Unimog. Then we've got the Chrysler Thunderbolt. Here in the middle is the GT Racer. Then we've got a Twin Wheels 2. And over here, this is a Happy Meal Hot Wheels car. It's the Gas Hog. We'll pull them out of the package so you can see them. Here's a closer shot of that Gas Hog. So this came out of a Happy Meals prize. It's pretty nice casting. It's got a metal base, plastic top, but the wheels are absolutely awful, so I don't expect this guy to do too well, but he sure is nice to look at. This ought to be a great race. That Unimog just barely fits. Probably going to get quite a bit of resistance. But that GT Racer in the middle, I've been waiting to see that thing race. It's metal on metal. Looks to be pretty quick. Let's see how he does. Well, I was rooting for that GT Racer, but the Twin Wheels 2 took the race. Yeah, there were two chances to win with this one, and one of them made it onto the semifinals. Jaden's favorite car is the Twin Wheel. There's a couple of versions of it, but his is moving on and mine lost out. This is a really interesting group. First up is the Radar Ranger. Then we've got the Igor. In the middle is the Corvette split window. And then we've got a 1935 Cadillac. And over here on the end is this big highway hauler. We'll line them up. Yeah, this is a really interesting group. We've got the Moon Rover over here on the left. Got the highway hauler on the right. Got some sports cars in the middle. But I really like that paint job for Igor. Hopefully he wins and we'll put him up on the turntable. We'll get a good view of him. Yeah, the Igor won that race. Has a really interesting paint job. Metal on metal car. Looks to be pretty fast. Comes with some tattoos. Jaden says if this car wins the entire race, he's putting on all 5 tattoos. We're rooting for this guy now. Here's our last group. First up is the Oshkosh cement mixer. Yeah, through college I drove a concrete mixer. Drove a front end mixer just like this one. So we'll see how fast he is. Then we got a pipe jammer. In the middle is a neat streeter. Finally a Lamborghini Diablo. And last up is a purple Passion. We'll line them up. Our last group is lined up. We've got some interesting cars here. The Lamborghini looks really nice. Then we've got this mixer. Looks to have decent wheels. Should stay in front of the run cam. But the neat streeter, the yellow car in the very middle, awful wheels are bound up. It's not going to go very fast. Let's see how they do. The pipe jammer took it. Yeah, I kind of like this car. It's pretty interesting. Not familiar with this model, so it was nice to see him win. Right, he's moving on to the next round. We've raced 75 cars now, some of them being some pretty big trucks. And here they are lined up. Some of them pretty fast, some not so fast. But they're fun to watch race, that's for sure. Got some nice ones we're adding to the collection here. And we've got 15 semifinalists. All 15 are ready to race. We're going to find out which one's fastest of these 15 earns a date to take on our champ. See if he can be dethroned. All right, thanks for watching. Welcome to the semifinals of championship race number 10. We've raced 75 cars. We've got them lined up here. Some of these guys are some pretty heavy metal on metal cars, and mostly from the mid-90s. Yeah, that Oshkosh snowplow weighed in at almost 90 grams. That thing is really heavy. Had some pretty fast cars here. I was excited to see this race because we had so many old vehicles that aren't raced too often. And we ended up with these 15 semifinalists. So we're going to find out which 3 are the fastest of these 15, and they'll race in the finals. And the winner will win the race. They have a chance to take on our champ, the Funny Car Side Splitter. We're lined up for Group 1, Race 1 in the semifinals. Over on the right, we've got the Solaire. Then we've got the Dodge Caravan. The middle car is the Splitfire. Then we've got the Talbot Lago. And over on the left, we got the Troop Convoy. First to win 2 races moves on to the finals. Well, the Solaire took the first race, but the Dodge Caravan was right on his tail. So here we've got the Solaire with a pretty neat feature. His hood over the back end where this engine's located opens up, so he's showing off right here. This is race number 2 of Group 1 in the semifinals. So far, we've got the Solaire over on the far left with 1 win. The first of 2 moves on to the finals. The Solaire is a really fast casting. Dodge Caravan is quick too, but he took him out in 2 races with a sweep, so he's moving on to the finals. This is Group 2 of the semifinals. Over on the far right, the red truck is a custom 69 Chevy, and the blue car is a 3-window 32. The fire truck is the Fire Eater. This yellow car is the blown Camaro, and the purple is the fat fendered 40. First to win 2 moves on to the finals. Well, this purple fat fendered 40 is pretty heavy and pretty fast. Took that raise with ease. We'll see if he can do it again and move on to the finals. I've switched up the lanes for race number 2. So far, our fat fendered 40, the purple car, has taken a race. Takes 1 more, he's moving on to the finals. The fat fendered 40, yeah, this purple beast just took 2 races and swept them, so he's moving on to the finals. This is group number 3 of the semifinals. We've got the Kenworth Big Rig over on the far right, then the school bus. Twin Mills 2 is the white car in the middle, then Igor, and then we've got the Pipe Jammer over on the far left. First to win 2 moves on to the finals. The Kenworth Big Rig took that race, but just barely in front of the school bus. So we've got good competition in this semifinals round. We're set for race number 2 of Group 3. And so far, the Kenworth Big Rig over here on the left is taking a race. If he takes one more, he's moving on to the finals. Well, the school bus did really well in that second race. He was right there in the first race, so he's that close to moving on to the finals. All right, let's see if he can take one more. We're lined up for Group 3, Race 3 in the semifinals, and we're tied up. We've got the Kenworth Big Rig and the school bus, each with a win. Whoever takes 2 wins first moves on to the finals. Well, I have to admit, I thought the bus was going to win, but the Big Rig, he fell asleep in race number 2 and lost. Woke up for race number 3 though, so he's moving on to the finals. Well, here's the 12 semifinalists that weren't fast enough to move on, and there are some really fast castings here. Especially like this Dodge Caravan, the Fire Eater, the school bus. Yeah, those guys are all really quick. So we found our finalists. One of these 3 is going to win the race. We got the Solaire, always a fast casting, always ready to race. Fat Fendered 40, this is one heavy vehicle. And we got another heavyweight here. This is a Kenworth Big Rig. So one of these 3 is going to win the race and take on our current champ. This is a side splitter funny car. Thanks for watching. We've raced 75 cars, and we found the fastest cars of all 75, and these are pretty old castings from 1995, at least around that time period. And here are semifinalists that lost out. We found 3 finalists. This is a Solaire, Fat Fendered 40, Kenworth Big Rig. We're going to find out which one's the fastest of these 3 and the winner of the race. And then we'll have them take on our funny car champion. This is a side splitter. Alright, let's see who's fastest. Okay, we're going to do a weigh-in on our finalists here. And we got the Solaire weighing in at about 36-37 grams. Fat Fendered 40 is 46 grams. And the Kenworth Big Rig is weighing in at 55 grams. Relatively pretty heavy castings. Let's see which one's fastest. We're lined up for the first race in the finals. We've got the Kenworth in lane number 3, Fat Fendered 40 in lane number 4, and the Solaire in lane number 5. The first to win 3 races is the winner of this race and has a chance to take on our champion. The Kenworth Big Rig is one big diecast. Yeah, this guy's got a lot of weight, and he won that first race. We'll see if he can do it 2 more times to become the winner of the race and take on our champ. I've switched up the lanes for race number 2. The Kenworth took the first race. We'll see if these guys can catch him. Well, the Solaire took the second race. We had a complete mix-up. Solaire took third in the first race. Kenworth took first. And now the Solaire took first and the Kenworth took third. That 140's been second each time. This is our third race in the finals, and we're tied up. Solaire with a win and the Kenworth with a win. First to win 3 is the winner of the race and gets to take on our champ. The Kenworth Big Rig took another race. He's one step closer to winning this and having a chance to take on the champ. This is race number 4 in the finals. The Kenworth has taken 2 races and the Solaire has taken 1. First to 3 is the winner of the race. The Solaire took race number 4. This is pretty exciting. We're all tied up. Takes 1 more. He'll be the champ of the race. This is race number 5 in the finals. And we've got the Kenworth with 2 wins and the Solaire with 2 wins. Whoever takes 3 first is the winner of the race and then gets to take on our champ. That was a great finals race. We had some competitors here for sure. The Fat Fendered 40 was fast. Was in second place in quite a few of those races, but not fast enough to win any of them. We had the Kenworth, and this is one fast truck. Took 2 of the races. I thought he was going to do it. Not quite fast enough in the end, though. And our Solaire, this is the winner of championship race number 10. And Roberto van Vlet of the Netherlands picked this car first. So we're going to be sending some cars across the Atlantic to the Netherlands. Congratulations, Roberto. Thanks for picking the right car. Now, that winner is going to take on our current champ. So this is our funny car. This is a side splitter. Pretty fast car. We're going to see who can win 3 races first to be our champ. So here's the weigh-in for the championship race. We've got our champ at 61 grams. And we've got the challenger weighing in at 38 grams. So quite a weight advantage for the champ over the challenger. We're lined up for the first race in the championship. Find out who is going to be our champ. So we've got our challenger on the left, the Solaire. We've got our current champ on the right, the side splitter. We're going to see who can win 3 races first. All right, let's see who can do it. Well, the Solaire is a fast car. Yeah, he just took the first race against our champ, and our champ is pretty fast. Yeah, the Solaire casting is one of the best out there. We'll see if we can keep it up. We're lined up for race number 2 in the championship. We've got the Solaire with a win. Yeah, the challenger is really fast. Put a race on our champ. We're going to see if the champ can catch up. Well, our champ woke up and just barely won that second race. We're going to line him up again and see if he can take another. We're all tied up. Champ is taking a race and the challenger is taking a race. Switched over to lanes 1 and 2. We'll see who can take the next one. The Solaire took another race, so he's ahead 2-1. See if he can keep it up. This is race number 4, and the champ is behind. Solaire's taken 2 races, the champ's only taken 1. First to 3 is our overall champ. Well, there you have it. Our champ was champ for a couple of championship races, but not fast enough to keep up with this Soul Air. So the Soul Air was about half the weight or so. And now our racing team has switched sides. So now we're on the Soul Air side here. All right, thanks for watching. Got a new champ. We'll have another championship race for you soon. We'll see you next time. Here's our line of champs. First was the Porsche Panamera with championship race number 1. Then we had Sweet 16-2, and he was up there for 2 or 3 championships. And then we had the Firebird Funny Car, and he reigned for quite a while, probably 4 or 5 championships. And then we had the Funny Car. This is the Side Splitter, and he was up there for 2 championships. So now we're going to see how the Soul Air does. All right. Hey, thanks for watching. We'll have to give you a tour of the wall over here. Okay, we'll see you next time.